Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the Firestone Weathergrip tires on this 2014 Jeep Compass. We'll jump right into it here. This is a 3-peak Mountain Snowflake rated tire. Like I said, Firestone Weathergrip, excuse me. These are 225 60/17s, which is roughly the stock tire size. I think it's technically one up or one down. And we can see the tread wear here. The tire's worn very evenly, but it is very worn. We're at, 230 seconds, barely there. We're at a little over 2 there, and, kind of the same story here, maybe almost 3 there. If we look at the rest of the tires, you will find that they are all very evenly worn and very evenly worn out. That is about 3. And then, the same story everywhere else you look. That's maybe almost 4. This is a little bit better. But, 3 there and 2-ish there. Going to the backs, you can see the same thing. And just to show you guys, I'm not lying to you, you can see the same thing. So here's your next question if you're thinking about this. How long have these tires been on? Not even 2 years and 35,000 miles, a little over 35,000 miles. These are rated to 65,000 mile tread life. This is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine making 180 horsepower, no power. It is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so, that always hurts tires a little bit. But guys, these things have lasted basically half their tread life, and God knows this car is not able to do burnouts, or we're not going hot rodding this thing around corners. This is just a daily driver, commuter, road trip vehicle. And not only that, guys, but look close. All the weather checking. There's quite a bit of weather cracking on these tires, and again, these are only 2 years old. Usually, even if a tire's worn out, you don't usually see a lot of dry rot like that until they get older, like age-wise older. And yes, they're worn out, so it's not a big deal because they need to be taken off anyway. But, that's not good at all. I am very, very, very disappointed in these tires. So, as you can see here, there's that 65,000-mile warranty on Firestone's website. And after navigating their systems, which, of course, I mentioned earlier, I was able to get them to, do this prorated amount here, until 230 seconds remaining depth. Now, as I showed you in the video, the depth was pretty low. And they basically said that approximate credit would be 38 per tire, which isn't terrible, but I just expected it to be a little bit higher considering they only lasted like half their life. If we do some real quick math here, 38 times 4 is $152. That's less than 1 tire worth, even though these entire set of tires only lasted half their life, right? So you should have gotten 2 tires worth of money, theoretically. They then go on to ask for a bunch of stuff like the invoice, install mileage. That's all fine. I get all that. They then, warranty credits based upon inspection, and the amounts above are subject to change based on the tread depth. A lot of clauses and this and that. The point is, yes, they're going to give you the warranty, and that's fine, but the warranty doesn't even really cover for tires sometimes what you're actually losing in value. And I guess that's my point, right? Is like, as a customer, we still kind of got screwed by these tires not lasting anywhere remotely near their tread life. Now, listen, if they had lasted 50,000 miles or even 45,000 miles, I wouldn't think too much of it, right? That 65 is kind of like that's what they warranty it to, but in some sense, that's like a best case scenario. But I just think that, if you're in the half range, it's like, come on, guys, that's ridiculous. So anyway, that is what it is. I'll just go through the, specs real quick. You can see that they do mention, they have, a bunch of different sizes and stuff. Nothing too crazy to see there. What I was going to say is they do mention the 3-peak rating, 3-peak Mountain Snowflake symbol. However, they do consider this a Grand Touring all season. So I think despite the 3-peak Mountain symbol, the fact that it's a Grand Touring tire, quote unquote, kind of means that you're not going to be so much on the snow traction side of things. So keep that in mind. Anytime they say Grand Touring, it's supposed to be a higher mileage life, LOL tire with a harder rubber compound, neither of which were true in this case, evidently, but it still didn't really do that good. So Yeah, long story short of it, this tire just kind of sucks. Or sorry, they told me to just call the Firestone dealer. So I call the Firestone dealer. They tell me I have to call the installer. So, or the company I bought them from. So they were bought on Tire Rack. I call Tire Rack. Tire Rack finally gives me a good, helpful response. Although I had to talk to 2 people there, which was a little bit annoying, but no big deal. So they finally hooked me up and are like, all right, we'll get this warranty taken care of for you. So after like 3 hours, I finally get that squared away. Not the end of the world. They're honoring it, so that's good, or should be honoring it, let's say. You gotta get the tire measurements. So you basically give them a picture of the tread depth here, here, and here, kind of middle and sides on each tire, all the way around all 4 corners, 12 pictures total. The rest is history. So hopefully we'll be getting a good warranty on these. But yeah, it's just frustrating. Meanwhile, my girlfriend is driving on fine, but pretty worn out tires, and I'm trying to get her new tires as fast as I can, but I don't want to go spending money on tires before we know if this is all squared away. And you do have to ship these back, so I need to be able to, make sure I keep these and all that kind of stuff, right? So anyway, this isn't going to be a super long video. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little review of these tires, and kind of what I thought. Actually, too, I should mention in this, the performance of the tires themselves. To be honest, guys, I bought these because these are kind of like a car-based all-terrain, right? They're the 3 snowflake rated. They're kind of like a snow-biased all-season. And I'm like, oh, these will be the perfect tire for somebody who's doing a lot of commuting. We don't want to have to worry about a second set of wheels, but she wanted more traction than a regular all-season. I gotta be honest with you guys, these things sucked. They had worse traction in my opinion in the snow by a long shot, even when new, than my generic crappy Goodyear SRAs that are just on these wheels I bought for this truck. These stupid Goodyear SRAs, which are just a random all-season tire basically, did perfectly fine in the snow. Meanwhile, those snow-rated tires didn't really do that great. So food for thought. The 3 snowflake rating, I guess, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good tire in the snow. It should mean that because it is a testing, profile that they have to do. But at least in this case, hey, maybe these tires were defective and that's why they lasted so short of time too. Who knows, right? Who knows? But regardless, that's where we're at with it. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a bit of a review. Hoping to have these tires off this car, within the next couple days. And, get her on some good fresh tires that are nice and safe and will be good in the rain and any little bit of snow that we might get from here on out. So with that being said, guys, as always, thanks for watching. God bless America, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.